Hi everyone, and welcome back to episode 2 of Weeping Willow. I am with the beautiful Relenia.
Hello.
And we are enjoying... Whoa, do you see that?
Yeah, it moves.
With the mouse. That's so cool. Alright. That's right, we're here to solve all the Easter eggs of Weeping Willow. Actually, no, not really. But we are going to just continue on with this, and if you like visual novels, especially the kinetic ones, then you are in luck for something amazing. Actually, we're playing this pretty blind.
Mm-hmm.
Wait. Oh, they ever just said dawn prior to that. Alright. The front door creaked, and a female figure dressed in a monastic robe appeared on the doorstep.
That's a robe.
Why do people walk backwards in this world? The uninvited guest looked around in search of the owners, but saw no one. Is there anybody here? It's pretty hot for a nun, huh?
Does that mean it don't look like a nun?
She looks like probably could be a little chilly.
And they're worried about the other lady having ears.
Yeah, I mean, look at this. A fire's going, so I'm assuming it's chilly out there. And she's dressed like this. Young lady, it's a little cold out there for you. There was no answer. Oh, sorry, my mouse. You bumped into my mouse. The woman walked deeper into the room and looked around. Mrs. Von Wolf, are you here? Oh, excuse. No response. The uninvited guest caught sight of the ceramic jug, which stood nearby. Coming closer, she sniffed. Having caught spicy notes of strong tincture, the woman broke into a wide...
So this nun broke into her house and now she's gonna drink her tea.
Licking her parched lips. She's like, I'm totally gonna get wasted.
Who are you? What are you doing here?
Good heavens! The uninvited guest shuddered with fear and dramatically
I like how
clutched
they
her
don't
heart.
call her a nun anymore. It's just uninvited guest.
This is pretty accurate at this point. Turning to the stairs, she saw the owner of the estate looking at her quizzically from the steps. You scared me, my daughter. Excuse me. I'm pretty sure she's older than you. Can I just...
That's just what nuns say, though.
Yep.
Who are you?
I apologize for the intrusion, my dear. You are Baroness Von Wolf, aren't you?
Yes.
Wonderful. Wonderful. My name is Melanie?
Melanie.
Elland? Melanie Elland. For some time now, I am the prioress. Prioress?
Oh, wow, I read that as princess.
I read it princess, but I corrected myself. The prioress of the Scarlet Rose Parish in Weinendorf. Can we just say Ganondorf and just be done with it? Before me, it was the responsibility of Sister Ashby until her old age forced her to retire. You must know her quite well.
I'm sorry, but I don't know her at all. I am new to this town.
It's a pity that you arrived here at such a difficult time for Weidendorf.
How did you get here?
I broke in. Oh, do not fear me, my daughter. I was let in by Hardvin.
Yes,
He is a parishioner of our temple and a very kind young man. Don't get angry with him, please. I dare to disturb you at such an alarming time, but the noble images of your missing husband is engraved in my heart, and I came to pay my respects personally. Yeah, I bet it is. Baron Von Wolf was a true embodiment of kindness and generosity for our humble parish. Sophie sobbed shortly, wiping a tear from her cheek. Blessed is the man who makes donations to the temple. Did you get married in the temple, my daughter?
yes.
Ear flickers. Oh, this is just wonderful.
I miss him so much. I'm so worried, sister.
I hope that Otto will soon come back
That's
to my
me.
arms. Oh, sorry.
I hope that Otto will soon come back to my arms, my sweetheart, who cheated on me.
Yes, I'm actually reading that because the nun's really the one saying that. Sophie's like, what? Sophie sobbed again, holding back her tears.
It was love at first sight. As soon as we saw each other, we realized that we were destined to be together.
The prioress smiled politely and nodded knowingly. This is wonderful, my daughter. Truly wonderful.
We got married in a small mountain chapel near Mittenwald. I remember that day. It was a Wednesday. We were alone in the temple, only me and my Otto, and two bitter vagabonds. as witnesses. It was so beautiful.
Bless those vagabonds. Do not cry, my daughter. I understand you perfectly. Sophie nodded and stepped inside. She wiped her tears, came up to the table, and poured a little bit of tincture from the jug into the cup. Whoops. Like, sister, are you seriously gonna get smashed right here?
Shh.
Having caught the interested gaze of the prioress, the girl nodded politely, inviting her to sit down.
Have a drink with me, Sister Elend.
I wouldn't say no, I wouldn't say no, my daughter.
Sure. Here you are.
With a courteous bow, the prioress took the goblet which was offered to her.
Drop that.
Here's to the good health of Baron von Wolf. I hope that very soon the will of the gods will help him return safe and sound.
I do hope that very soon my Otto will be here again. I don't even know what I would do without him. I just don't know.
Do you still love Mr. von Wolf, my daughter?
We were married for 3 months. My gosh. With all my heart. We were so happy together. After the wedding, we went on a small honeymoon trip to Honey Valley.
We have a third or an uninvited guest over here. Our little baby Dewey just entered the room. You want to sit on one of our laps? No, actually, it's probably a bad idea. It's just gonna be nothing but intense purring. That's some purr ASMR.
I never left my home village, you see. Otto opened the whole world for me. Then he got this estate as payment for some kind of debt deal. And without any hesitation, we decided to start a new life by moving here. At first, everything was just wonderful. And then something happened. Oh, there's a cat blocking the mic. Cat blocking the mic. Then something happened to him. We began to fight for nothing. We quarreled and reconciled. We reconciled and quarreled. Hasn't it only been 3 months? And after another quarrel, he hastily collected some of his stuff and left. This is my fault, Sister Elend. He's so nice. I feel the worst.
My daughter, your grief is very sincere, and I sympathize with you with all my heart. But tell me, are you ready to accept the return of your husband without shouting and reproaching?
Nope. Not at all.
Sister, are you holding him, like, hostage?
How can you? Of course. If only he would come back to me. I would forgive everything, anything, if only he would come back.
The prioress smiled broadly, hastily finishing off the contents of her cup and put it on the table. Then rejoice, my daughter. I have good news for you. Your faithful husband is found.
What?
After the mass in the parish, I noticed a man devoutly praying at the altar. That was your husband, Baron von Wolf. Yes, sweetheart, it was him.
Why don't you just lead with that?
The Baron sincerely confessed and sincerely repented of his deed. He said he loved you very much, but he was afraid to go back home, fearing that you would not be able to forgive him.
It can't be.
I thought I killed him. It can, my daughter, it can. The prioress went to the front door and opened it, courteously inviting the person standing behind her to enter.
That is not what I thought he would look like.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
He kind of has a very mischievous face.
Yeah, he does.
I feel like he's going to do something terrible to us. A handsome man walked through the door, throwing a small bundle with his things on the floor. He smiled apologetically and looked into the eyes of the frustrated girl. Sweetheart, please... I really don't want to voice this guy. Please forgive me.
Oh.
Sophie sighed, tilted her head, and collapsed on the floor, losing consciousness. My daughter, what's wrong with you? Sophie, breathe. Breathe. Looks like she's coming around. Thank goodness. My angel, thank you for forgiving me. I don't know what came over me that day. It was really crazy.
Did she kill him? I feel like she did.
She still feels uneasy, Baron. Bring her some water. Hurry. Water, yes. Yes, of course. My daughter, you still feel bad. Do you have perfumes in the house? Sophie moaned and nodded yes. Where are they?
On the top shelf. Wine cabinet.
The prioress nodded in response and hastily withdrew in the indicated direction. Soon she returned with a small matte bottle in her hands. Sprinkling some perfumes on her palms, Sister Ellen began to rub the odorous liquid into the skin of the girl's chest in order to bring her back to life.
I mean, she responded to you, so I think she's fine.
Sophie moaned quietly without regaining consciousness. The prioress moistened her palms and perfume began to rub the cheeks of the stunned Baroness.
Oh.
Thank goodness she came to your senses. Rejoice, my daughter. Your Otto is back.
This is not my husband.
I do not understand. What are you saying? Sister, I brought you some water. Sophie immediately jumped to her feet at the sight of the person that appeared in the room. Whatever.
Who are you?
My angel. Are you all right? Let me...
Get away from me.
My daughter. You promised me that you would not... there would be no shouts.
This is not my husband.
How is it not your husband? How can it be?
I have never seen him before.
Darling, calm down, please. Everything will be fine.
Do not come closer.
My daughter. It's okay, Sister Ellen. My wife and I need to talk face to face, and we'll figure it out. The young man put a jug of water on the table, took out a heavy leather wallet from his inside pocket, and stretched it out to the prioress. The gods will not forget your act, Sister Ellen, and I will remember it forever too. The prioress face lit up. She smiled, gratefully accepted a generous donation from the hands of the benefactor, and, bowing, backed away towards the exit.
Sister Ellen, where are you going? I don't know this man. Take him back.
Just take him back. My daughter, you promised not to make a scene.
Oh my gosh,
your husband is at home. I have fulfilled my mission, and the rest is totally your own business.
He is an imposter.
Pull yourself together.
Rude.
The prioress snorted, hiding a purse clinking with coins in the folds of her clothes.
Get him out of here.
My angel, calm down, please. Let's talk about it. Sophie pushed away the man who reached out to her and ran out of the dining room, heading to the living room.
Hodvin! Yes.
That's me. The front door opened and a guard ran into the room, holding his hand on the hilt of his sword.
What happened to Miss Von Wolf?
It's alright, Hardvin. Mistress feels bad. We came in fast. Honey, let's just talk calmly.
I do not know this man. Do not let him come near me.
What's the matter, honey? It's me.
Oh, yeah.
It's me, your Otto. My daughter, sit down. You need to come to your senses.
Hodvin, this is an imposter. This is not my husband.
Iris? I didn't understand what's going on. For some reason, Mistress does not recognize her husband.
He is not my husband.
Sir, can I have a look at your name identification?
Am I not voicing him anymore?
Oh, sorry. Nonsense, honey. I understand that you're still mad at me. Please, let's talk.
Please, can I see your identification?
What the heck? This is my house. The prioress knows me. What else do you want?
Let's not complicate things. Just show your name, identification. We'll figure it out.
Darn. Okay, good. In a moment. The man hastily proceeded to the bundle lying on the floor in the next room and began to untie it. After a couple of minutes, he took out a scroll tied with a scarlet ribbon and handed it to the guards. Here you are. Hardvin took the paper, unfolded it, and began to read out loud. But we're going to stop things right there, and we're going to leave this on a cliffhanger for part 2.
So either she murdered her husband, and that's some weird kind of ghost, or that's like the person who murdered her husband.
I think that her husband, I don't think she killed her husband. At least not right now with this information. I think the husband's been kidnapped, and this is just one big ploy to steal the money. And the nun is in on it.
Or the nun just doesn't even know who he is, and this rich guy came up to her and said he was... Because they just moved here.
No way. I think unless this is something that's been in the making, like this gig was gonna happen like months in advance.
We've only been married for 3 months.
Yeah, but he maybe knew something about this moving or whatever of them coming here, and he just using the name of the or the ID of Baron von Wolf, he just kept paying into the whatever paying the sister off.
What did we learn, children? Don't trust sexually dressed nuns.
Oh, excuse me. And for someone who's really filthy rich, he doesn't really dress
No, he doesn't. He looks like a commoner.
She comes out. No, I mean he's got purple hair, so he can afford regal dyes.
Yeah.
But with that said, I think we've already hit our mark.
Don't forget to hit like and subscribe.
And if you want us to continue reading this, let us know. But for our sake, we're just gonna keep going with this because I want to see where this goes. As long as it doesn't get too weird or stupid. So we're gonna say bye.
Bye.
See ya.